Today, people paid their respects to the two children who were killed and kept in their mother's freezer.
The funeral service featured a message that the kids can bring about change. But how soon could that really happen? 7 investigator Jim Kurtzner has been on this case since it broke weeks ago. He joins us live now with more on this message of change. Jim?
And it was discussed here at the funeral service, and ever since, Stoney Blair, Stephen Barry were found last month inside a freezer. 2 major red flags. It's generating the discussion. First of all, Child Protective Services did not have any recent visits. These 2 kids were not in school for at least 2 years.
We must find a law that will go into the homes and monitor when kids are not going to school.
This case has shocked the world, and it was only discovered when a court officer came to the family apartment to do an eviction on March 24th. As we first reported, the mother, Michelle Blair, confessed that night and is now charged with murder, torture, and child abuse. Only a brief mention was made of her at the service today. Her 2 living kids, a 17-year-old daughter and a 9-year-old son, are living with an aunt who said they're back in school and recovering from their own torture. They were not here today.
And they're just loving children. I pray that they can get beyond this and have productive lives. Thank you.
The service was attended by hundreds, including a friend and neighbor to Michelle Blair from the East Side Detroit apartments.
I needed to be here. I needed to say my goodbye, my farewells.
Her 2 daughters, ages 9 and 11, used to play with Stoney and Stephen and went to school with them. Michelle Blair avoided scrutiny by telling some the 2 missing kids were living with other family. She told the school she was homeschooling them. No officials, no family. The dads of the 2 kids were here for the funeral. No friends. Pressed Michelle Blair for 2 years.
We were around each other basically enough for me to not ask enough questions, so I don't know how I missed it.
Now, I can tell you this case is just starting to get the attention of state lawmakers up in Lansing. They have been on spring break. They come back this week. No one at this point has introduced any formal legislation for change. Live on the west side of Detroit, Jim Kurtzner, 7 Action News.